all, and welcome to week 2 of the course. So, week 2 is called Oral Language Perspectives and Phases. And what we do in week 2 is we start looking in a little bit more depth at 6 different phases and perspectives of oral language development. So, you'll find this week's reading, which is the second reading by Burke in the e-text, goes into detail about the various different theoretical perspectives and phases of oral language development for young children. We then ask you to think about that in a little bit more detail, and as a stem from that, there are 3 activities posted in the discussion board where we ask you to, like I said, think about that, apply it to your context, bring some personal experiences, and share your thoughts and ideas with the rest of the group in the discussion board. Just as a tip, try and keep up to date with the discussion board as much as you can. Think of it as a sounding board for your ideas and a place where you can share your thoughts with and collaborate with the rest of the group. You'll find that when it comes time to doing your assignments, if you've kept up to date each week with the discussion board activities, you'll have a clearer understanding and be able to apply that understanding more effectively in your assignment. So the discussion board really is an important tool for your learning and for your reflections on your learning and collaborating on your understanding. Having said that, particularly with this week's activities, think carefully about how you present your ideas on the discussion board. So I'm talking about the writing aspect here because we're coming up to assignment 1. The discussion board for this week, it's a good place for you to practice your written expression of the theoretical ideas, which is essential for assignment 1. So have a think about how you're presenting that written expression in your post. Try and apply some academic language as a way of practicing and down patting that in preparation for assignment 1. Having said that, assignment 1 is just around the corner, so make sure you've read it thoroughly, understand what you need to do. If you have any questions, please post them in the discussion board. There's a specific thread for assignment 1 where I've also put some tips and tricks and just some suggestions in there to help you. So if you do have any questions, post them in there and I'll answer them as soon as I can. We also have our Collaborate for Assignment 1 coming up this week. So that's on Tuesday the 18th of July at 8 p.m. Now, if this is your first time on a Collaborate, that's fine. I think of a Collaborate like an online meeting or like a Skype conversation that you'll have online with me and some of the other ELAs and the rest of our group and some of the other learning groups for this subject. And the idea behind the Collaborate is we go through the assignment in just some more detail, really articulating and explaining and clarifying for you exactly what you need to do, exactly what's expected. We will use the things that we talk about in the Collaborate essentially are the marking criteria that we use when we mark your assignments. So it's super important for you to try and be at that Collaborate. You can actually access the Collaborate from the left-hand menu of your screen. If you are having trouble accessing the Collaborate, let me know and I will help you. And also make sure that you take the time to read through the Collaborate slides, which are available on the discussion board for assignment 1. So read those, really thoroughly before the Collaborate session. So if you do have any questions, you can ask us during the Collaborate session. And, there'll be 4 markers there or with varying experiences able to answer your questions. So super important. Collaborate 1 for assignment 1, Tuesday the 18th of July at 8 p.m. Try and be there. If you can't make it, of course, that's fine. The recording will be available within 24 to 48 hours after the actual Collaborate session. Also use the discussion board for any questions and use the discussion board for posting your activities or your responses to the activities based on the reading. So there's lots there for you to work on. Good luck and let me know if you need anything. Bye.